welcome everyone to AARP Wyoming's Video Voter Guide series for 2024. I'm Tom Laycock with AARP Wyoming, and today we're joined by Jayme Lien, who's running for the Wyoming Legislature in House District 38, located in Natrona County. AARP has a proud 40-year history of nonpartisan voter engagement and does not endorse or oppose candidates, nor does AARP make contributions to political campaigns or candidates at any level. Instead, we ask questions so our members understand where the candidates stand on important issues and can make their own decisions on Election Day. Today, we'll ask Ms. Lein 3 questions, allowing for a 1-minute and 30-second response to each. Then we'll give her 2 minutes to make her final pitch to the voters of House District 38. So, Ms. Lein, our first question is this. Over the last 2 years, the Wyoming Legislature has made providing property tax relief for its citizens a priority. In your view, what's the most effective way to provide relief while balancing revenue needs for our schools, counties, and other entities that rely on property tax to maintain sustainable funding?
Thank you for that question, Tom. Property tax relief and reform should come to all taxpayers, residential and small business owners, not a select group that meets a certain criteria. The legislature of 2024 got the ball started, but I know that we can do better. Many constituents in House District 38 did not qualify for tax relief or property tax refunds. House District 38 needs to know that I will fight for spending limits in the state budget. I will reduce the tax burden by reducing state spending. We need a spending limit tied to population growth plus inflation to have a formula that is fair for the state and citizens. This allows for fiscal responsibility on the state side, cuts down unnecessary government spending, and cuts property taxes for the citizens. We can use 90% of state surpluses from the spending limit to reduce school property taxes and maintain education funding. I also believe that if we restored property tax rates to 2020 or 2019 before the large unrealized gain tax increases, that this would save many taxpayers in House District 38 hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Thank you.
Our second question for today. Wyoming's population of those aged 60 and over grew by 47% from 2010 to 2020, while the state's entire population grew just 2%. We know that 64% of all nursing home beds in Wyoming are paid for right now through the state Medicaid program. What do you see as the greatest barrier to helping our older adults age in their homes and communities, and what solutions would you provide?
Thank you for this question. For starters, I will fight to make sure that no senior is pushed out of their home from property tax increases. I will also fight to allow seniors to stay in their homes by helping to repeal the certificate of need for in-home providers, which is an overregulation, and by removing that would allow for the privatization of the healthcare industry in that sector. Allowing our aging population to choose where they age and to allow that to happen with dignity and respect gives them the ability to be happy and maintain their own personal values. One way to do this is to encourage local schools to evaluate programs offered, such as the CNA program or an EMS program, entrepreneurial skills, and to allow the rising generations, once educated in the proper manner, to stay close to home, to be employees, and to create employees themselves. Another thing we can do to aid our seniors to stay in their homes is to work out an employment opportunity with some local firefighters. I would encourage them to reach a negotiation with medical services for those seniors who may live alone that need an extra helping hand when they're not busy, to be able to check in on them, just to simply make sure medications were picked up, that additional appointments were made, or that they have the ability to check their blood pressure just to make sure they're doing okay. I think these give local control and allow for opportunities within the state to maintain people to stay close to home. Thank you.
Our third and final question is this. Emergency medical services are not considered an essential service in Wyoming, and in some areas, ambulance services do not have a sustainable funding source. Over the last 10 years, Wyoming has seen 16 EMS providers in the state fold or consolidate with another service. What solutions would you offer for ensuring access to ambulance services?
Thank you for this question. Wyoming is a vast state that offers many rural areas, which has produced a variety of medical gaps. EMS services is just one of the big ones. Long distances to travel, challenging weather, and challenging terrain all play a role in their response time. 35% of ambulance calls go without reimbursement. This is when they help somebody that is fallen or when they respond to a call that they need to be at but that may not require medical attention. Current control of EMS services is a locally funded service, meaning that each county or municipality is to oversee the funding of that service. I don't believe that the state needs to make this an essential service and create an overburden for local counties. Although I do believe that the state could work in partnership with these counties to help them to be able to create services that are long lasting. If the state was to work with the local commissioners on things such as allowing the EMS providers to use state employee group insurance if they pay the premiums, that allows for a good combination between state and county control over EMS services. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and thank you for taking the time to answer our 3 questions. Now, Ms. Lien, let's close today by offering you 2 minutes to explain to the voters why you think you're the best person to represent House District 38.
Thank you for this opportunity to come with AARP today and to be able to speak with the voters. I am a wife, mother, soon to be grandmother. I believe that House District 38 deserves a constitutional conservative who will vote for fiscal reform, not a bloated budget. I will stand on traditional Wyoming values and look long-term for future generations to be successful in Wyoming. I will work to reduce tax burdens, give the people their voice, support the Wyoming economy. I am pro-minerals, pro-agriculture, pro-Second Amendment, pro-liberty. I am pro-medical freedom, pro-parental rights, pro-God, pro-life, pro-America. I believe in integrity and accountability. I believe that politics should be transparent and there should be no backdoor deals. I look forward to serving the people of House District 38 to be a true constitutional conservative and to vote on all matters with those values in mind. My contact information is Jayme Lien, Lien like on a house, Lien, 307-267-5675, or my website is Lein, LIENFORWY.com, or LIENFORWY@gmail.com. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Ms. Lien, for your time today, and thank you to our viewers for joining us in this video Voters Guide. We encourage you to keep checking Cowboy State Daily and AARP Wyoming's Facebook page for more voter guides in the days to come.